Today I'm here in Denmark at the K9 Biathlon event, which is a dog obstacle race. And here we have Eva Behrmann, fresh FMBB World Champion in canicross, Danish champion and also K9 Biathlon Champion. Welcome, Eva.
Thank you.
Today she will give us some expert tips on how to do obstacle racing and what to know about this sport. So the first question is, what equipment do you need for this race?
I think it depends, because if you have a really hard pulling dog, I will probably use the free motion harness from Nonstop. But Trigger is more like a gentle dog. So I prefer to have like something, you know, close to her and with a handle, so I actually can get really close to her and help her over the obstacles. So this one, I can't remember the name.
Water.
But I think you can. And we actually have the same one as you have right there last year.
Yes.
So that would work perfectly as well, but I don't know. I think this is more our style.
This has been my first obstacle race today, and I found it very useful to have the handle to help the dog through obstacles.
Exactly.
Koda was not at all a pro yet. He didn't exactly know what to do, so it has been very helpful.
Yeah, exactly. So you can always like help and hold and guide the dog in the right direction.
And I also noticed that there is a lot of mud, so maybe it's smart with some good shoes with good grip.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I for muddy places like this one, I like the really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me it was new, but I think maybe I would have come with also a bit more grippy shoes.
Yeah, grip. Exactly.
So we just came through a water obstacle, and Koda actually managed very well despite not liking water so much. But what if a dog is scared of water and they don't want to do the obstacle?
And then you can carry the dog. A lot of people actually do that, so they just, you know, teach the dog that you can carry it up, and then you can walk over the water. Or you can also just skip the obstacles and get what do you call it? A time penalty. Yeah, exactly.
We also have here.
And this is actually also obstacles.
Absolutely. This was the obstacle I was most scared of with Koda. I was like, good that I trust my equipment, because I was like, I don't want to lose him here. This was actually an obstacle that for the first time it was a bit challenging. How can you prepare for an obstacle race? Because that's not something you have in your backyard, maybe.
No, of course not. But I think, you know, in obstacles race there is like a pattern. There is like obstacles going up.
Yes.
Obstacles going down and obstacles going between.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think the best way to like prepare is like up, down, between, you can see.
Yes.
And for this one, of course, always hold the dog close and guide them with, you know, the hand.
Do you use a specific command for the dog?
Yeah, up, down, between. So this will be up, down, and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's Koda. He will now use this to jump up to the sheep, I think. Oh, nice.
Woo!
Koda.
No. See you later.
Yes.
I want the sheep.
Let's see if he will want to continue with us.
Perfect.
There are waves and people start in pairs, but there are still like a lot of dogs out on the track.
Yeah.
Is it okay to start with a dog that is maybe reactive or shy of dogs or something?
I think, that's a hard question, because of course I think it depends, but I think as a Trigger is actually a shy dog, if I can say, and a nervous dog.
Yes.
But she's also a dog when I, you know, tell her we have this task to do, then she totally forget everything about being a nervous and a little bit weird dog. So sometimes I think when the dog is just working, of course it depends.
Yes.
But then it will be okay. But of course the owner needs to know the dog properly, because there is a lot of challenge out here, like people, dog owners, and in the environment for sure. So. But no, I actually think K9 Biathlon is a good place to start.
Yes.
Because there are so many great people here and so many people who actually want to help you. So if you are nervous, reach out.
Yes.
Yeah, to, you know, a fellow friend or just
Yes.
the closest dog trainer you can find, and the dog trainer, dog handler, because everyone is so kind. They really want to help.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of these yellow ribbons on leashes and belts to show that the dog needs some distance.
Yeah.
And we passed quite many duos out on the track.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I saw any accidents or anything. Yeah, any interaction between the dogs. So I think, yeah, it is a very good environment maybe to start with a bit shy dogs, because it seems like that people are maybe not so competitive. They are more about
Exactly.
just having fun with the dogs.
Exactly. And I think also because, obstacle races is, unlike K9 Cross, a place where like the small dog also can have like, a good chance to do
Yes.
really well. So it's more like a really great community with so many different dogs. And I think that's great because everyone actually have like more like the same, what do you call it, field to
Yes.
play on, if you know what I mean.
I absolutely agree. It's so cool to see all the different breeds that can try this sport and do the obstacles together, and it's just almost like more fun than going to a canicross race and seeing the normal breeds, because here every dog has a chance.
Yeah.
Koda. Oi. Whoa.
We are really showing off here. Go.
Are there any dogs you don't recommend to start or try obstacle racing?
You said it before, like reactive dogs. So if your dog, if the dog is not, how can I say, really, if the dog don't like other dogs and will bite if other dogs go, next to it, then of course, no, it's not the right place for you to be. But then maybe you could should just come and be, an audience in the
Yes.
beginning and check out how it's actually work. Because of course, every dog can be trained for this. It's not a hard task, if you know what I mean. You don't have to be an experienced dog trainer to do this. So maybe just check it out and get some advice.
Yeah, talk with the
Yeah.
people. So everybody is welcome, but maybe for the first time, come as a spectator and just
or
check out the field. And
Or take the walking. Tomorrow we have like this walk distance
Yes.
where people don't have to run, so they can just do it in their own pace and just,
Cool.
go slow. Yeah, I think that's a really good way for nervous dogs to
Yes.
start out.
Very cool. Come on, Koda. Koda.
Det var godt. Ja, det var godt, Pine.
So I did obstacle racing for the first time. I came sixth in my category, and I was like, okay, where could I have done better? Where could I have gotten a few extra seconds?
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get better at obstacle racing, what would you recommend for them to do?
What do you think, actually, when you take a look at your field race today?
I absolutely because the first race I did, I had to do 2 rounds. And the first round, Koda had no idea about the obstacles. I didn't prepare him for it. I didn't know what we will expect. And the second round, I could already see that he understood it better. Like, okay, here I have to jump. Here we will go through.
Yes.
Sometimes when the water came, it's like, he was like, oh, like, here the water goes. That I don't like. So, yeah, maybe then prepare for the obstacles.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, the obstacles. So, communicate with the dog, like
Yes.
up, down, so you are able to say to the dog what we are going to do in a second. I think that's the best way to do it. And of course, get running.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a canicrosser myself. So to be completely honest, I did not understand obstacle racing. It's like, what is the big deal about it? Why is it so popular? But it is quite addicting, and it's different, and it's fun.
It's fun.
It's different, definitely. I could probably gain some on the running parts, but still, it's just fun. That is not only about the running.
No.
And I was happy, even though maybe the result was, we had a great result, so it's not really about that, but it was not only about that. It was about with Koda we managed this, and he managed the water obstacle, and I was so proud of that because I thought he would not do it.
Yeah. I think the best way to get better is to prepare your dog for so many environments as you can, because the obstacle can be like so different. As you say, there's
Yes.
water, there can be heights, there can be like lower parts where you go under stuff. So if your dog is like mentally strong, they will be good at it.
Yes.
And then of course, as you say, to like teach the dog to like understand what we are going to do, if we are going to go on a line or we're going to over. So just challenge the dog in so many different ways as you can, and then of course be able to run as fast as your
Yes.
dog can. Also because I think in K9 Cross we have this kind of way where we like have a flow, you know what I
Yes.
mean? So we keep the same pace and again, and here you like run, stop, what?
Yes.
And then you have to like keep up again.
Yes.
So it can be like a little bit harder. I think this is harder
Yes,
in some way
yes,
because
I
you are
agree.
more going, stopping,
Yes.
going, stopping. Yeah. So some
I agree.
intervals maybe could be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is smart. Are the obstacles usually the same, or it's just a lot of different from event to event, and you never know what to face or what you will face?
I think this will be like in 2 years from now, this will be insane. Because I say like every year, you know, the obstacles get wilder, you know what I mean? So I think this is like the start in this sport, and like 2 years from now, it will be like, what do you call it? Tivoli? When you go to,
Like Tivoli?
yeah,
Yes.
Tivoli, when you go
Like
to a park.
amusement park.
Yeah,
I think.
amusement park
Yes.
where you just have so many crazy obstacles
Yes.
and colors, and yeah, I think it's going to be like,
And for me, it was already like, whoa, big thing.
Yeah.
But it was very cool. Does one always get this dirty? Is that like a common thing in obstacle racing? Crawling through the mud and the water?
yeah, it is. I think it's the people who do these events. They have like an evil thought, you know, how dirty can we make people? It's something like that. So yeah, every time.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
It's good to be prepared for
Yeah.
that. Good. You don't want to leave the food there. Huh?
Godt, super. Meget godt. Og rigtig tuls. Det var godt. Yeah. We can talk about the belt, because I actually have a thing. Yes, you have the zipper.
Yes.
Because I think one of the one of the really good things about this, the way I started with Canopy, I was wearing a training vest.
Yeah.
Because you are allowed to bring balls and rewards.
Okay.
And you are not, able to do that in really many competitions. You
Yes.
don't have you are not allowed to bring
Yes.
a ball. You're not allowed to bring any treats, but you are allowed to do that here.
Okay.
And I actually think that's quite nice because if
Yeah.
your dog is new, you just want to, have a really good experience
Yes.
with the puppy. So that you can bring a ball and say, "Hey, good job," and give them a reward.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So you can use your first event
Yeah.
as a training event.
Exactly. I did that with Canopy actually, where I was wearing Non-Stop's training vest, the
Yes.
one with all the holes, because it
Yeah.
was like really easy to breathe in, so it
Yeah.
was perfect for running. And then like this belt you use, you have like this zipper out here, so you can have like treats and stuff like that. That's actually a good way to
Yeah,
like start
it's
out.
very cool because
Yeah.
that's not something you would do in canicross or in
No.
any other dog sports. I think in agility you're not allowed to have in
No.
obedience neither. So,
And that's pretty cool.
are there any like obedience? Obedience, not tasks, but commands that you recommend the dog to know, like for example going behind you on the more technical parts, or
Maybe. I like the idea about it, but I haven't used it.
Yes.
I don't think we have been in any situation where we need it, actually. I think over, under, and between have been like all we need.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's pretty simple.
Mm.
I think that we got everything that a beginner can ask for. Maybe people will have some more questions. So then in the future, if we see you, we'll ask about more questions.
Well, yeah.
Do you have some advice, just some general advice for people that want to start with obstacle racing?
Yeah, sign up. Actually, just sign up for a race. I think that's the biggest motivation to get your ass off the couch. So sign up for a race in the near future and get out there and get training, and don't be afraid, because
Yes.
it's actually it's not that hard. And yeah, if something go wrong, make it right next time.
Yes.
It will be okay.
I was surprised how good it went. Like
Yeah.
Koda is not fond of heights, he's not fond of water, and yet we survived. So I think it's a good. In Norwegian we say mestringsfølelse, which is like the feeling of success. That's
Yeah.
like you manage something,
Yeah.
and maybe that is the most important here.
Yeah, both for the runner, but also for the dog, because I think, like in K9 Cross, for some breeds, they really like to have something in front of them.
Yes.
And this is actually a really lazy Malinois. But so every time she sees obstacles, it's like a reward, you know. So she's like, yeah, that's some fun. So she's actually running better for K9 Biathlon than
Yes.
she do in K9 Cross. So I think doing these obstacle races can be a really good way to also motivate your dogs
Yes.
to run in front of you.
Yes.
For some breeds.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's something happening almost all the time. There are
Yeah.
some scratches where you're only running, but still
Exactly.
it's like it breaks it up, maybe makes it a bit more fun.
Yeah.
So it can be a great sport for dogs that are maybe not so fond of the regular pulling.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes, exactly.
very cool. Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you.
insight, Eva. Good luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was very nice to see you.
You too.